Welcome to Jessi FIT Pilates, your home to get fit, toned, and flexible as we strengthen, stretch, and smile. If you're here today, you are here for a 12-minute cardio workout that we will be doing somewhat in HIIT style. It is part one of a 2-part series, and they can be done alone, or you might want to do this week's workout and next week's workout right in a row. If you want to, you can always make things a little bit more challenging by doing this series 2 times in a row, and that will give you twice the amount of time of cardio. As far as the HIIT today, it's an intermediate advanced workout. This might not be appropriate for you if you have back, shoulder, knee, hip, any injuries at all. It is a high intensity cardio workout. We will be doing 40 seconds of work with 20 seconds rest. If you've been tuned into my channel for a while, then you'll know that normally I do my HIIT at 45 seconds and then 15-second rest. And lately, I've been feeling like I can use that extra 5 seconds to recover and hit a little longer, and just go a little harder in the intensity stage. So it'll be 40 seconds on with a 20-second rest. I will show a timer below. If you want to add the extra 5 seconds in, you may. And today, because it was such a hit and I'm filming this in the middle of the COVID-19 self-isolation period, for some of the exercises we will be using a stack of toilet paper, and for some of the exercises we'll be using a light bottle of rubbing alcohol. If you do not have these things, you can just take a yoga block or 2 yoga blocks and stack them up instead of a stack of toilet papers, and a light weight, or just use nothing. So I am going to start the timer, and we'll start with jumping jacks, and I'll call the exercises out. I may have to dub some things over, but we're starting out with jumping jacks. So 40 seconds, right? Nice and light. You'll also notice I have shoes on today since the workout will be high intensity. I personally don't like doing a lot of high intensity cardio with no shoes on, but use your discretion. We're about halfway there. Just breathe in deep and just think, float like a butterfly, sing like a bee, try not to knock down your rubbing alcohol. 10 more seconds. And my core is engaged. I'm keeping my ears up on the ceiling, and I'm super light in my legs and super strong in my arms. 3, 2, 1. Nice deep breath. So I'm gonna get my toilet paper ready. We're gonna be jumping over the toilet paper in a single leg status. So you'll jump over, outside leg will step down, and then you'll just keep going back and forth. So I'll actually start with that leg lifted and then jump over and then to the other side. So 40 seconds, I'm lifting my arms and lowering them. You can do as you see fit. And I'm trying to land toe, ball, heel on each foot. My knee is soft as I lift. About halfway there. And I'm slightly leaning forward and my hips are reaching back, so my spine is neutral. 10 seconds. And you can go faster or slower. You can add more time. You can have less time. And 1. Next up will be an alcohol holding teaser V up. So I'm going to put that in both hands. And we'll be rolling up into a teaser V. Keep your knees bent or straight, and then rolling back down. Lots to control you, okay? And go. You can extend the knees or not. Or just hold the balance. My spine is tall, my abs are standing in. Seconds. Slowly rolling up through my spine and slowly rolling down. Really using my abs here, and stretch on forward. Next up, we have an alcohol Mermaid Left. So one hand is gonna be down, one hand is gonna be up, and I'll come up into like a side plank kind of mermaid position. in 5 seconds. So bend your knees as you feel is appropriate. I believe the straighter they are, less of an angle on your hip though, easier they'll be. So if you go here, it'll be a lot harder. Really, really pressing that bottom arm to the floor. Really trying to raise from the hip. And then the arm extends over. My feet are stacked, but you can stagger yours 10 seconds. Not easy. And let's go on over to the other side. So remember, yours might need to look like this, and that's totally fine. Pushing into that bottom arm. 3, 2, go. So you determine how far out you want to take the legs. Definitely harder for me on this side. I'm doing these slow with a lot of control. You can go a little bit faster or slower. Whatever feels right for you, just make it intense. Almost there. Keep reaching up from that hip. And we're going to do a plie alcohol weave through. So come on up, bring the bottle in front of you. Come into a plie position. And you'll be weaving the alcohol through the legs. So grab that alcohol, stay in your plie and weave. We'll do 20 seconds in one direction, 20 seconds in another direction. Get as low as you can. Keep your spine as tall as you can. Right, I'm really keeping the legs and the hips still. All my movements kind of at my waist and my shoulders and other direction. Under that leg, over, under, over. And you can start to go really fast if that floats your boat. I'm being very mindful today. Almost there. Stay tall. Keep those hips low. 2, 1. Next up is going to be a burpee. Instead of doing push-ups, we're going to tap the alcohol bottle. So no push-ups, just tapping the alcohol, which means you're going to come onto one hand in a plank. We'll jump up, come down, and then hop back in 3, 2, 1. So jump, take your plank, tap, tap, come in, jump up, and then alternate the arm that you're leading with. So I have my right arm, now my left. And your feet, the wider they are, the harder these will be. Or sorry, the wider they are, the easier they'll be. So if you have a narrow stance, it'll be much harder than if you have a wider stance. 10 more seconds. And that is it. Next up is going to be a deadlift to a, let's use the toilet paper for that. Single leg deadlift to a press. So I'm gonna hold the weight or my toilet paper in the opposite arm. I don't wanna rip this. And take it down into that deadlift and then press up. Deadlift, I'm bending that knee, bringing it up, and holding that balance. Really squeezing underneath. You can tap that back leg down. My spine stays really neutral on these. Make sure you grab that feather. Gotta use all these rolls of toilet paper we stacked up on for something. 9 more seconds. I really feel my glute burning on these. And 1. And then we'll do the other leg. So 20 seconds rest. Nice deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm really trying to stay tall, be aware of my posture in between, so I don't want to slump down. And I'm going to take the other foot forward, reach the other leg back, straighten out through my spine, lift the back leg, bring it down, up, balance. Down, up, balance. Right? I really got to keep my standing knee soft. So when I go back, it's bent quite a bit. When I come up, it's not totally extended. I really want to work into the glute. I just press back into that kneecap. 15 seconds. I'm reaching that back leg back, almost into like a balanced lunge position. Almost there, guys. Nice deep breaths. And bring it on down. Next up, we have side crab walks, which I know nobody is going to like me for. So I have my nice, beautiful gorilla mat, and then we'll come up into a crab, like a reverse plank with bent knees, and then go side to side into the back to forward. So come on up, and then over to one side of the mat, and then over to the other side. They look silly, they feel hard. And just try to keep the hips lifted. Try not to spill your alcohol. And I'm really trying to keep my chest lifted. As you can see, that's not so easy. 15 seconds. Really feel my arms working on these. Almost there. And down. Last but not least, we have a roll up to a split. So you actually don't need that. So you'll actually start in this kind of position and stretch, lift, roll, come up and stretch. And we're gonna do one more thing. So I was lying about it being the last thing. So roll up, stretch, roll up, stretch. And these just feel really good after all that. Last 15 seconds. Trying to control opening up to that V. 3, 2, 1. Right from here, we're just gonna do a little bit of an ab exercise. So sorry, this will absolutely be the last one. Lift your knees up. Go ahead and take your legs up. You're gonna crunch up and then bend the legs as you lower the head down. So try to keep the knees over your feet. Try to resist the urge to bring the knees in. So up, down. And my spine is definitely in neutral for these. Right? Up, down, up, down. Exhale, inhale. Finish it out strong. You can always do a second set. Almost there, last 10. Right, I've really got to be mindful not to bring my knees into my chest more. And 1. So go ahead, come on up. Why don't you just take one knee in, give it a few stretches here. I have plenty of other stretching videos if you want to do a little bit of a cool down. Take that other leg. I am going to release, the week after I release this, I will be releasing a strength video that is meant to be paired with this. That will give you a 24-minute workout that's high intensity, Pilates based, and that one will be more strength based than cardio like this one was. I hope you enjoyed. My name is Jessi FIT Pilates. Hit the subscribe button, and if you want to support me a little bit further, head on over to my Patreon channel. I really, really would appreciate if I had just a little bit of support. Even just $1 helps. So let me know if you want to become a fan.